people, this is Chandni Singh and welcome back to my channel. A big apology to all my subscribers for such a huge gap. I have received so many messages that I am waiting for your videos and I feel so loved, and it's so amazing to get such a positive feedback that I teach really well. Yes, I love teaching and that's why I do all my professional makeup courses. And I love mentoring all my students. I love teaching them the art of makeup. So here am I back. So this whole huge gap also happened because my camera needed a service, and when I sent it for service and it came back, they had still not repaired the fault that was sent back, that noise in the background. So 2 weeks there were totally gone, and I was of course busy with one of my professional makeup courses. So here am I back again, and I thought I really wanted to review this product, the Naked Urban Decay Naked Heat Palette. Like, this is one palette that I got about a month and a half back. It's been 6 weeks easily. So I did go through a lot of reviews for this palette on my YouTube, and I read a lot of blogs, and I heard a lot of negative stuff about it from the Farang makeup artists. And they were all like, it's too red and it's too much of red and it's not too happening, the whole color palette isn't very interesting. However, I totally beg to differ. I'm an Indian makeup artist, I cater to Indian women, and I feel this palette has every matte transition color that you would need as a makeup artist or even for your own makeup. I mean, I would recommend this more for makeup artists than somebody, because yes, I do believe that most of the colors are in the same family. So if you're looking for a palette for self, no, but if you're a makeup artist, I totally recommend this, because it's got the lightest to the darkest colors. And another thing that I really like about it is that the darkest matte color that they've given here is like a purpley brown, and I feel like, even for me, like, I know you guys think that, oh, she's all set and she has no struggles of her own. My struggle now is to make my makeup look different, look interesting, right? And how can I do that? Only by incorporating my new makeup. So I love this palette because all of a sudden, I've been using all these gorgeous shades of rustish gold, oranges, and instead of a typical black or a typical brown, I've been doing a lot of purple, deep purple brown edges, and it makes my makeup look different. And I've been so happy because I feel peach is another color that brides wear a lot. Also, I feel that when a bride is wearing red lehenga, I mean, red eyes are of course not an option for me. I'm definitely somebody who does not recommend it. However, after gold, I think peach, oranges, rust look brilliant. I'm also just going to take you through all the colors individually. I'll tell you my favorite colors. I'll also write details about the prices. Though I got this a student friend of mine, Sneha, got it for me from Bangkok. So I'll write all the prices and everything below. And this also comes with a brush. I'm not a big fan of the brush. However, I mean, I mostly use the brushes when I want to dust off excess eyeshadow and everything. Otherwise, I prefer using my own brushes that I usually have in my kit. So as always, these palettes will always have a few colors that don't work for us. However, I do cater to a lot of NRI clients. I also do a lot of models who mostly end up being European models, so I end up using all these colors. So I'm just going to take you through all the colors now, and I'm going to tell you my favorites as well. So I'm going to start with swatching the first four shades initially, and of course this is ideally the highlight color. And I use these two as a transition color for a lot of fair Indian complexion. I also end up using this color a lot for medium complexion brides of mine. And I've already applied some primer on my arm right now, and I'm going to start swatching them for you. So if you see this color, it looks more matte. However, it does have a little bit of a shimmery content in it. And I also like the fact, though on appearance it looks a little chalky, I do like that it is not really, it is a little off-white, because I do not like very, very white colors on medium to dark Indian complexions particularly. However, I think this works for all the complexions. I would not use this color particularly for somebody who is NC42 MAC foundation and above. I would stick to another warm tone highlighter from some other palette. This color is called Chase, and of course it is a little bit darker than the color that I've shown first. This is my least favorite color in the entire palette. I also feel that it's a bit too chalky, and that's what I particularly don't like about it. The color I'm using now is called Sauced, and it's like a pale caramel brown, and I think it works like a brilliant matte transition color for fair Indian complexions. And yes, I've used it quite a lot. The fourth color that I'm swatching for you is again a matte color, and this one is called Low Blow. In fact, I use this color a lot more than the color that I've shown you here previously. It's one of the perfect transition colors to begin with your soft smoky eyes. I'm now going to swatch the next 4 shades, 1, 2, 3, 4, out of which 3 of them are shimmery colors and 1 is a matte color. This is the 5th shade in the palette, and it's a beautiful shimmery peach orange gold, and I think it's a gorgeous color for the entire lids, particularly if you are wearing any shade of peaches, orange. It'll also work beautifully if you're wearing red or even any nude beige colors. This is a matte color, it's called He Devil, and I love it. It's the perfect rust, will pop out on all the complexions, be it fair, medium or dark. I've been using this color a lot in the crease line of late. The color I'm swatching now is called Dirty Talk, and I think it's the same color, it's just that this has a little bit of a shimmery content in it, a little bit of a gold feel to it. Of course, a lot darker than that. In fact, I also feel compared to that, this has a bit of a rose gold feel, which I think is one of the hottest color of this season. And I've been using this a lot as well. In fact, I also like this color when clients are wearing coppers and bronzes and browns and burgundies. I think it really goes well. The next color is Scorched, S-C-O-R-C-H-E-D, and I absolutely, in fact, my 2 favorite colors in this entire palette are these. This also has a bit of a purple undertone to it, which kind of makes it a little bit different. In terms of pigmentation, both the colors are very similar. However, this color is less pigmented than these 2 colors out here. This color that I'm swatching now is called Cayenne. All the names are going to be written down as well. And this is, in fact, this is one color which I don't understand in the entire series, because right from going light to darker, they've again gone down. I also find it a little bit difficult to swatch to blend this particular color. I'm not saying it's very difficult, but yes, I prefer all the matte shades that I showed you before it. This particular shade is called Enfugo, and I absolutely love how it's a perfect mix of a rust and a purple. And if you see, it kind of has both the undertones to it. And this also I find it a bit chalky. It has a little bit of fallout, not drastic. And I think it's really nice to kind of start smoking the eyes out at the outer edges. This color is called Ashes, and this is in fact the darkest color that you get in the palette, and it has a little brown purple undertone to it, and you know, in traces you do see a little bit of black in it. However, it's more purpley brown than any other color, and I really love this color. I've been using it a lot to smoke the eyes out. I also like to use particularly these 2 colors to apply on the lower lid if I want to smoke out the kajal on the lower lids. And the last color in the palette is called Ember, and it's one of the most gorgeous looking brown colors, and again it has a purple undertone to it. It is absolutely beautiful. In fact, I've also kind of topped the shade Ember on top of this color here, and it makes a very gorgeous looking smoky eye. And so, as I mentioned, this is the only color that I do not agree with in the palette, and the second color which I had swatched for all of you. However, if you have a look at it, it does, because purple is not a deep dark blackish brown. Purple is not a color that you get to see in a lot of palettes. So yes, this palette is very different and very interesting. So all in all, a gorgeous looking palette. What I also like about it is the packaging. It's very sturdy and it's very impressive. It's like they've spent a lot of money on the packaging. And if I had to rate this on a level of 1 to 10, I am gonna give it a good 8. And if you ask me if you should buy it, yes. If you are somebody medium to dark skin tone, yes, this palette would work wonderfully for you.